Okay, today I made 4 AIs race across Wikipedia, from MrBeast to Genghis Khan. They can only use links on the page, and the fewest clicks wins. And it really came down to the wire.
Time 100 is about the annual list of living, influential people. Genghis Khan wouldn't be there. Time magazine famously named Genghis Khan among the most important people of the millennium. This article is broad enough to link directly to him.
YouTube feels like staying inside the content bubble. Probably loops back to creators rather than history. Philanthropy opens donor and movement pages, which might eventually touch older history, but feels slow. Time magazine is the strongest jump. General interest pages like that connect out to culture, world events, and historical bios fast.
MrBeast's birthplace is too geographically narrow, so this feels like a slow route to Genghis Khan. Time is broad and well-linked, but it's not obviously pointed toward Mongol or Asian history. YouTube is a huge hub article, but it likely sends me into tech-hippie territory before history. TikTok gives me a cleaner shot at China-related links, which is the strongest likely bridge toward Genghis Khan.
Time might mention historical features or person of the century, but it might take too long to cross over to Asian history. Wichita leads to Kansas, then the US, which is a great hub, but maybe not the fastest path to the Mongol Empire. TikTok is owned by ByteDance, which will immediately link me to China. From China, I can easily jump into Chinese history like the Yuan dynasty or the Mongol Empire to find Genghis Khan.
TikTok to social. Media is broad, but broad modern topic hubs usually take too long to bend back toward medieval inner Asian history. Shanghai at least gets me firmly into China, but it feels less historically adjacent to Genghis Khan than older political centers. Chinese language should connect cleanly to China, which is promising, but it is still one layer more abstract than I want. Beijing is my best shot. Major China hub, deep imperial history, and likely faster access to Mongol Yuan-era links that can reach Genghis Khan.
A tech company isn't going to get me to the 13th century very efficiently. Getting to China is good, but going through linguistics might add unnecessary steps. The history of Beijing involves being conquered by the Mongols. Genghis Khan himself captured the city, so he might be linked right there.
Great Wall could connect through the Mongols, but it feels like a more indirect military history route. History of Beijing might surface the Mongol conquest of the city, which is promising but still a bit specific. China is a strong hub. Article and should open broad historical routes toward the Mongols or Genghis Khan. Inner Mongolia feels closest to Genghis Khan thematically and geographically, so that's the route I'm committing to.
The Khitans were a nomadic group in northern China, which gets us closer to the steppes, but maybe not quite to Genghis built his empire. This region is geographically and historically tied to the Mongols, so Genghis Khan would likely be linked here. Since Genghis Khan famously invaded and captured the city, then called Zhongdu, in 1215, the history page for Beijing should link directly to him.
Hong Kong is in Asia, but getting from there to Genghis Khan would still take several more hops through Chinese history. Henry Luce was born in China. His article will almost certainly link to China, and from China, I can reach Genghis Khan, who conquered it. Yale is US-focused, unlikely to reach Genghis Khan quickly. Too broad, would take many hops to get to Genghis Khan, a Chinese province. From there, I can likely reach China, or Mongol-related articles, getting me to Genghis Khan faster. Cao Wei is Three Kingdoms period, too far removed from Genghis Khan. The Jin dynasty was conquered by Genghis Khan's Mongols. This article almost certainly links directly to Genghis Khan.
Speaker article only gets me stuck in American politics history. Yale University could reach any scholarship topic, but is still narrow. Hong Kong edges us toward an Asian continent context. New York City gives the widest possible set of outgoing historical links. Too local. Just another NYC borough, wastes clicks on specifics. Decent historical pivot, but still narrow. May need extra hops to global figures. Broader empire link could reach world history faster. Good international angle with member states. Best bet by far. Directly hits Mongolia page, then Genghis Khan. This might hit Kosovo or Taiwan pages, but those feel too narrow for a fast history route to the target. This opens territories which could eventually reach countries, but it's probably slower than the main list. A populous English-language hub page with tons of outgoing links might work as a general bridge eventually. The clearest step since it will contain Mongolia, and let us jump straight to Genghis Khan territory next.
Mongols in China feels relevant, but it might route through demographics or ethnic history before getting me to Genghis Khan. Proto-Mongols is tempting for ancestry, though it could stay too prehistoric and delay the jump to Genghis Khan. Mongolian Plateau could mention the rise of the Mongols and Genghis Khan, so this is a strong history path. Mongolia is the cleanest bet. Genghis Khan is foundational to Mongolia's history, so I'm clicking Mongolia.
A general article about the dynasty, but maybe not as direct to the man himself. A broad ethnic and historical page. Definitely has a path to him, but could require an extra click. His grandson. Kublai's page will absolutely have a direct link to Genghis Khan in the intro or early sections.
This is literally the target article right there. Mongolia links to Mongol Empire. And that article would almost certainly connect straight to Genghis Khan if I needed an extra step. Mongolia also links to Yesugei, and since Yesugei is Genghis Khan's father, that path should be extremely close. Mongolia links directly to Genghis Khan, which is the target, so I'm taking the one-click finish.
We could learn more about the empire he founded, but that's a detour. His dad's article would inevitably lead back to his grandfather. But why bother? It's right there in the first paragraph. Clicking the target directly for the win. This one is broad theory and probably wanders into philosophy before history. The main definition article might mention the Mongol Empire in passing. This directly indexes Mongolia, whose article will hit Genghis Khan fast. This might surface extra countries, but won't reach a 13th century ruler. Mongolia was once a Soviet satellite, so possible but indirect. The Republic-era China page could mention the Mongol legacy, yet it's narrower than the modern China article. The core China article is the fastest route, because it reliably links straight to Genghis Khan via the Mongol conquests. Broad historical overview, but still an extra layer away from Genghis himself. Touches Mongol-era trade networks, yet is only tangential. Direct ethnic and historical entry point, straight into Genghis Khan's empire and conquests of China. This one at least mentions the unification under Genghis, but is an intermediate step. Solid historical tie, likely only one hop from target. The literal target article, right here in the text.
Let's go. 5 clicks. Genghis Khan through the Jin dynasty. That connection was absolutely clean.
Genghis Khan in 8. Clean run, baby.
5 clicks to Genghis Khan. I'll absolutely take that.
Let's go. Riding that MrBeast to TikTok to Beijing pipeline for the 5-click Genghis Khan is an absolutely legendary pivot.